Come in. Hey, how are you?
Hi. Good, thanks.
I'll buy the coffee for you.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Yeah. And tell me about your weekend.
Yes, fun. I had a party with my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The party? Anything else?
No.
So which club are you in?
I'm not been to the club.
You're not been to the club?
Yeah, that's at home.
Yeah. So do you know the reason why you're eating?
No. What's wrong?
I will tell you. You have to work for almost 6 years in the companies, and you have contributed a lot. And I'm very appreciative about that. You remember about the drug test?
Yeah.
And
What's the problem?
the problem is you have the positive result.
What? Are you sure?
Yeah, because we double test on your sample you provide us. The first one is you do it inside the companies, and the second one you do the very professional carrier service to test it again. But that's okay. Everyone they make the same problem the whole year. But that's okay. Everyone has made the same problem the whole year, and now we be here to talk about what we're gonna do for the next day. And you know about the policy of companies about using drug in the workplace.
Yeah.
So the first situation is you have to be eliminated immediately. That's not very negative, but maybe we have another the solution for you, because I consider about your contribution for the company, so that's very hard for me to give this decision.
I don't think the unit test is really real.
The test is not real. No, this is very real. The first, they use the gas chromatograph and a mass spectrometer confirmation test. So that's not our professional and not your professional, but this is a reliable.
I still can't believe
reliable.
that. I don't think that is true. I think someone will be subject.
So you honored me about the drugs test?
Yeah.
But it seems like the result about the drugs test is against you. So how can I do when we have the evidence like this?
How should I do?
Because that's either your Ukraine sample, and this is the professional test. So it's very hard to reveal that is not your result. Hello, Jamie.
How are you?
Hi.
Hello. Is this Casey?
Yeah, this is Casey.
Nice to meet you. Hi.
Yeah. So we keep talking about her case. Yep. Can you have a seat? Very stressful here. So our decision comes up with the terminated immediately, but I still consider that Jamie can give you some advice.
You mean to her?
To her.
Yeah. What's happened?
Because we have the positive result about the drug test twice at the same sample.
It's positive.
Yeah, but twice. So that means she definitely used the drug and have to come up with the terminal. But she very talented and very loyalties with the Koreans, and I want to keep her. So that's what you want, right?
She deserves to be retained.
Yeah, I'm going to retain her, but should I come up to the second?
Actually, everyone deserves a second chance. but how to fix these mistakes?
Yes. So in our policy that we have to give the second train for the talent and professional driver like you. So you have to stay at home. We just a little bit.
So I can't work at the moment.
At the moment we can't work, and so sorry to say that you can get the payment for at least a month, depending on your treatment. It's called the residential treatment, and it's called $10,000. And the problem is you have to pay for it.
What? Should I need to pay?
Yeah, because this the company explanation is not allowed for to cover the failure of the individual ones. This is the using drug. It's not. It's outside the workplace, and it's again the regulation of the company. So sorry, the company cannot cover this mistake of the driver. You have to fully pay for 10,000 per month.
What? 10,000?
Yeah.
I come to pay that. I think it's too much for me.
Is that too much?
I'm sorry, can I just interrupt you guys? And could you leave us alone for a moment?
Casey, can you just sit outside a little bit because...
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I think this is unreasonable for her to afford $10,000.
But we can change because the price is depend on the carrier service.
We might have some other choice, like go to a outpatient program, which is cost less, and she can be closer to her families and friends.
Yeah, because the treatment is residential, so she could stay at home. So, but you know the serious of this problem. This about using drug. So, if the customer and other one know that she using drug and she take the very cheap or low quality the treatment, how can I speak with them?
But she can't afford it, and she deserves a second chance.
So that's why I would like to talk to you about the situation of company that we refer to you the cheap labor. And I know she very talented, but you know 6 years is a long contribution about her, and 10,000 could be the reason for her to voluntarily to quit the job. But that easier for us to speak with the union, right?
No, I don't think so. I just think this is unreasonable.
So, what's your recommendation about the prices?
I think the better choice is to go the outpatient program.
Occupation program. So,
Yeah.
how much do it cost?
Mm-hmm.
How much do it cost?
I don't know the specific amount, but I know it's more cheaper than your suggestion. And you know, in our company now, many employees fears about our job security, and they just have too much workplace pressure. And I want to have a image like we can retain a good employees in our company. It's important.
It's very hard to compare the serious of the problem and our situation. So I will consider about another treatment, even if reliable and it reach the standard for the customer, me, and the public accept that treatment is fit for her, so maybe I will change my mind. I need the time to think about it because it's very hard to change something immediately, and I
Yes.
wonder about the qualities of the occupational range.
Okay, I totally understand.
So maybe we will leave her home and announce her about the next step. Come in, Casey. Yeah, Hi. How do you feel about the solution? It's not good. So after the discussion and we comes up with some solution is maybe better for you that she would like to introduce me about another program, occupation program. You can stay home and
Cost your family and friends.
and the
Because
cost,
you're not
yes, and
should I introduce you to treatment?
yes, of course, you have to.
This
And-
is your second chance.
Yeah, because I reviewed your working record. You have a lot of contribution, and I prefer to give you a second chance. But you can avoid about taking the treatment. You know, it's maybe cost less than 10,000. But
But that I think too much for me. I can't afford that.
so, yeah, because I don't understand clearly about the program, so I need the time to research about it. Or maybe they have another treatment, so cheaper or it's better. But the problem is the treatment have to reach the qualities that make the passenger, our customer, me, the managers and the public upset about it because nobody wants to know about it. Nobody know that you're using drugs. So we just keep it in secret. But in fact we have to have the solution for her, the action on you. So it's maybe you can go home and I will give you the answer later. Okay?
Actually, we can provide you some additional welfare, like you can get a period of adjustment after the program or treatment, and you can come with the come with the consulting service anytime for your personal problems.
Okay, I will consider for your suggestion.
Yes. Sorry I cannot make it better, but I'm trying to. I promise that you're not being fired. I promise that.
Oh, it's me.
Coming.
Hey Sam, how are you? Hey Casey.
Hi.
And you?
I'm EPA consultant. Yeah,
Alright.
you can call me Jamie.
Okay, Jamie, my name is
Hi.
Steve. Sam, you didn't say anything about our recipe today.
Oh yeah, he's just coming for give us some good advice to make the conversation go smoothly.
Okay.
And forget about the solution that I give you
Mhm.
because she have to contribute some good idea for me to change another treatment for her.
Mhm.
Especially like she will take the treatment at home and I will look for another treatment so suitable for her and maybe that will reduce the cost for her to easier to adapt about it.
Alright, before saying anything, I really do hope that we can get a really comprehensive agreement today. Alright? So you called me about KZ positive test for cannabis. So there's a few things I want to ask you. I really want to know that. I want to know that what laboratory did you use to test her sample?
Yeah, the laboratory is very professional. They have the full license about it, and they use the gas chromatograph and mass spectrometer. We can call it shortly like
GNS. Yes, I know about that. But there are rumors about that tool that it is really well known and established, but it is really, really unreliable.
Really unreliable?
Yes, the test is really unreliable because the inaccuracy of the test is like 70%. So I heard about that. It also is called that the emit screen test kit. It has it? Yeah, I know. Really, I really do know about that.
It's I use just for the first rounds because the professional service it costs a lot, so we just make the general step first, and then we the same sample because when we take the sample, C is the one who provide us the sample, so it's not either exchange or the misunderstanding about the sample. It's not happen.
Okay.
Definitely the sample is belongs to her.
So I want to ask Casey about one question. Oh, when did you give him the sample?
The sample, 1 week.
1 week.
Yeah.
All right. So I wanted to ask you that how was the sample handled for 1 week?
I can talk with you because it's out of my professional. So
I mean that how was the urine sample handled? Like when she gave the sample to you and you gave the sample to the laboratory, and do you know how well they managed the sample? Because there could be some misplacement, like they get another sample, but it was not case. It didn't.
Oh no. There's not happen because we have the code and the name of the driver on the bottle. So she is the one who provide for us. So definitely her.
So
You can change it.
So are you certain?
If they have the problem about the result of the drug test, so it's not belong to our because we have the responsibility to take the sample and the bottle of contain of her urine have her name and the code. So if they have the wrong results, just belong to the laboratory. So I think that's you confused about, and you not trust about your results. So our results. So can we come up with the solution that we will take this?
The one more thing I want to know that has the second test been conducted? The second test.
In professional service, I already told you.
So has it been conducted, the second test, or just the first one?
You mean that she will take
The
another
confirmation test.
the confirmation test?
Yeah, for urine sample.
Yeah, of course, it's based on the first sample.
Because the GCMS data can be misinterpreted, can be misunderstanding between the data. Because the data, as I mentioned before, it was unreliable.
So you know.
So Casey here, I said could be innocent because of the technology, the unreliable technology.
Not to know about that, so. But I don't want to waste a lot of time more. So, if. So we come up with the solution like.
No.
I will take that symbol.
Before you
to
come
the
up
test.
to the solution, she must be 100% positive to cannabis because I was unsure, and you were unsure as well about the accuracy of the test. Yes. So I'm not so sure that how did you say that Casey here was
Just,
really
just so temporary that you don't realize about the result of the drug test. So how can we take the drug test again on the same sample? Because I
you-
definitely sure that the sample come from her.
Yeah, but
Yes.
I mean that even the sample is really hers, but it may be misinterpreted and it could be wrong. The test results could be wrong.
Yeah.
So
I accept that the test result could be wrong, but
Mhm.
I didn't accept that the sample not belong to her because our system is take it
so you said that the result could be wrong.
could be wrong. Yeah.
It could be wrong.
So if the
So one more thing. Is a laboratory you use that is really, really reliable, really professional?
yeah, because you know somebody can make the mistake and it's our control. That's I'm not professional about the drugging test, so that's why I have to pay for the third party to do that service, and they have the full license about it. So I have to believe on them. So if you say that you don't believe on them, you don't trust them, so I'm willing to take the test again if she
That's
using
it.
the drug. So we discuss the next part, and if she have the negative result about it, so every solution is done. So
So do you suggest that we will take the test again and just forget about the last test?
okay, if you say so that I'm willing to take the test again, but on that sample because maybe
But the sample was too long. It was still too long. So it will be not accurate now.
how can you know? Because the virus on the chemist on the drugs, I remember that it retains very long time.
No, because the chemical in the urine will evaporate.
So how can we rule about it again?
So what do I suggest is,
You
I think
you
that-
don't believe on the drugs test result,
yes,
so you have to give me the way you prove it's wrong.
no, you are not even sure, you are not even certain that the test result was positive.
Mhm.
Yes. So I was saying is, my suggestion is, the test result could be really wrong, and I think Casey here was innocent.
But you have no evidence to prove
Casey,
it's
Casey has been your model employee for years. How could be a model employee take the cannabis? Because it's really, really dangerous for the customers, the transport. It's really dangerous. Or even the civilian walking on the street. The Casey has been model employees for like 6 years, I think. Is that right, Casey? 6 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 years. And I know you very well. And you are a really good manager. You should see that as well. So I think there is something wrong about the test. So maybe
I
just-
the first thing is critical thinking. I don't easy to be persuaded that her is the good one, she is the good one, and she the role model, so she not using the drug. I can't believe on that accusation. So about the technology and the chemist, you not clear about it. I'm not clear about it, so
No,
you-
I'm clear about it.
you clear about it, so
Yes,
so you
because I
have to
have-
give me a evidence that's
I have
It's
taken
wrong.
I have taken the training program in the alcohol and drug test.
so how can we double check on it?
I have a certificate. If you want me to show you, I will email it to you.
No, but in the evidence that is in the positive, so how can you prove it's not the positive?
No, what I said is the result could be wrong.
Could be wrong, it doesn't mean it definitely wrong.
So with all due respect, Mr. Smiley, are you trying to get the union member out of your company? Because I know that there is another arm of your company is specifically hire non-unionized labor. Is that right? Are you trying to dismiss the union members?
No.
Are you sure?
How can you know about it?
No, this is just an assumption. Are you trying to dismiss the union members?
Actually, that's the positive drug test. It shows that.
No. You are drifting away from my question. Are you trying to dismiss the union members?
You know why I try to dismiss it?
Why?
Because
you are trying.
This is the evidence that I'm trying because you supply up the employee with low qualities.
So
I'm
you
not
try-
upset about it.
So you confirm that you are trying.
Now stay in the ethical issue that can you imagine that your families sit on the bus when the driver using the drug? I can shoot you about that when you give me the very low quality of the employees like this.
How can a low quality of employees?
It's very terrible when
be the model employee for 60 years.
you can argue
care?
about this with the role model should not do that. It's very so sorry to
But
the
it has been
people.
60 years.
It's
It's
very
been
bad
60 years.
abusement.
It has been 60 years. That was a really, really long time.
We are the human. Everyone can make the mistake. You know about it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
I feel so sorry about. Maybe I can have the discussion between. Can you go outside a little bit? I know you were here to protect her, but when you say that 70% to make sure for the positive of the result, it have to comes up with some reason that go into the positive result. Like she cannot use drug, but she can use the thing that relating to the drug. So that's why it comes up to the positive result. And in the ethical issue, like I mentioned about it, you have to think. I know you protect the employees, but your purpose is have to improve the economy, and you have to think about the business perspective that we do the business, we earn the profit, we provide the service, and we need the good one to stay in the companies. You know. And I don't know how can we test her again. So
when you first introduced about the drug test, I was opposed. Do you remember that? Yeah. But I went along with you about the drug test. Okay? So this is really about ethical problems, the ethical circumstances. But what I was trying to say is the positive result of yours, you're wrong. So if it was wrong, Casey was innocent, it would be a really disadvantage for this employee.
that's why I comes up to the result that he just take a little bit short break, and then she will come back to the work again. So I'm not referred to fire her, because you're not here for the discussion between me and her.
Yeah.
Because we comes up to the solution that she will take the treatment at home and
But
take on.
Are you trying to say that she is really addicted to cannabis? Are you trying to say that?
No,
Because
I don't
because
care about.
the treatment is for the addicted drug user.
But
Are you trying to say that your employee is addicted to drug? Because I don't think Casey is addicted to drug.
so let's think. What is the more important? The life of the passengers, the survival of the company, or the career of the employment? That's it.
No, this is not about the career of the employees. This is about the ethical result of the employees, because the employees may be wrongly tested for the cannabis. The result could be wrong. We don't know. think about it. Casey has been the role employees. I'm not just going to repeat it again, but Casey has been the role
The
employee
percentage
for.
of-
Sorry, don't interrupt me. The Casey has been the role employees for 6 years. That would be a really long time. And think about your image of the company, your workforce. If Casey is really positive for cannabis, so what will other employees think? She has been a role model. So she
So
will be.
no.
See
I'm
that?
definitely disagree with you
Mm.
because the drug test show that
The drug test could be wrong.
the drug test could be wrong. But how
You,
can
you,
how
you are
can
not
we
even
review that
you are not even certain that the drug test is 100% accurate.
until you come? You say that it's not 100%, but
So is the laboratory has any related to you? Has any relation to you?
it's no one to test her again because the sample can. You say that the sample can be used for another test, right?
Yeah.
So can
I think that the sample is wrong. The sample test is wrong. The technology is wrong. Dysfunction.
so you just think about the problem that we
There could be any,
eliminate a good employees.
yeah.
How can you think about see definitely you drug? You think about it?
Yeah, you see that? Because you only think about that, you only assume that she was using drug. She was addicted to drug. I know that she was in the past a little bit a check with the individual, but she's changed now. I think,
Let
Yeah.
measure about
I think that your result could be wrong.
But when I evaluate the damage for the company, for the customer, and for her, eliminate her, get more advantage for us, for the passenger, and for her.
So-
More than we keep her if she definitely use drug.
Mm.
If she use drug,
If she used,
if I know
yeah.
if she use drug, the lives of the passenger will be threatened, and our company reputation definitely destroys.
What
And the bankrupt of company
So,
is
what if she didn't use drug and the test
so
was
we
wrong?
just lose a good employees. That's
No. That would be discrimination. Because you want to lose the union members. See, what if she didn't use drug and the test was wrong?
So we never comes up with a solution if we say it's good or bad. So
I only say the test could be wrong.
but it could be
Think
wrong.
about it. It could be. It's not 100% accurate. You have
So-
to be 100% accurate.
No,
Even to dismiss this employee.
Okay. I will accept the failure in the drug test.
So you accept the failure.
I accept the failure in the drug test.
Uh-huh.
So net will comes up with the solution and the recommendation for another drug test and
So what do I suggest here, Mr. Smiley? Is that I know that you are not really happy with the name.
I'm not really happy because she could be used the drug. So
And could
the
not.
the solution for her is she will be in the supervisor ranks. Like for the next 2 months, I will test her every week.
Every week, yes, that's okay. So I think my solution is, because I think it will be really time consuming and you have to take her out of the bus to test every time.
I'm thinking
No, that's
about
not- I think about my suggestion is she will be tested for twice a month.
twice a month.
Twice a month. For another year. What do you think?
For another years.
Yeah. If you
No.
don't believe your employees.
No. Because you say that it's it could be right, it could be wrong.
Yeah.
So we have to put the eye on her a lot as possible.
Yeah, that will be alright. I think Casey will be
At least
accepted.
from now, and I will not announce her when will the test will be end
Yeah, randomly.
randomly.
I totally agree that.
Randomly, but must be one per month or twice per month. It's not per years anymore
Alright, this will be twice
because
a
I will
month.
put her name on the specialist about the drug test.
Okay. So
Okay.
I'm trying to say it will be twice a month, right? Twice a month for another year. Alright, that's good. So should
For
we,
another year,
so how long do you want to give? 2 years?
I want it now. I
No,
want it now because
I
she
mean-
will come back to work.
I mean that it will be starting now
Yeah.
and for another year.
Yeah, we have to make it fair with another one.
Is that
because
good? Is that okay with you?
That's okay because you know
Alright, so it
the
will
cost
be
for the drug test is cost a lot. So how can I test everyone once per month?
She's an asset of your company.
Yes.
So it will worth the trouble. And you should consider that you change the laboratory as well because that laboratory is unreliable.
So what's recommendation you give me?
So I think that the laboratory is unreliable and it could be wrong and you cannot show the evidence that it must be right. So I'm thinking is she will be tested randomly twice a month for another years starting now. And yeah, that would be it. Think about it. She's your asset. She's a role model. She's good. And
So the problem comes up with your employee you provide me. So you have the responsibility to provide me a reliable laboratory. Is
yeah,
that
sure.
okay?
Yeah, sure. I will try to get a really good laboratory. And I will introduce them to you.
And I feel like you're so biased about her contribution. But how about the story that she always take the party at the end of the weekend?
No, I don't know about that. Did you ask her? Or do you
I
want me
asked
to?
another one.
So-
What? How can she honest about that problem?
No, Sam.
The
You have to
same
think-
with
No,
you.
no, Sam. You have to think about it. Other people can make false assumption and even accusing of other people when they don't like each other. So don't be
Yeah.
biased about that thing.
Think about the way when you think her is the best employee.
People are free to do whatever they want after work. Okay? If they show up at work, timely.
Yeah, I know. But the
Manually,
huge damage
that's really
if I
bad.
eliminate the
Alright,
good employees.
so let's just come back to the solution. Alright? So it will be twice a month for a year, conducting the test for Casey randomly. Alright?
Mhm.
Is that alright? So we should tell Casey and who was the girl again?
Jamie.
Jamie. Right? You must tell me about her if there was another people here. Alright? That would be
Yeah, that's
disrespect.
okay.
Alright.
But wait. I don't want to waste the time. If
Let's just get them
Yeah.
back in. Alright, I'll get the girl. So, me and Sam here has had a really good discussion and we have come up to the final solution. So I think that the test was wrong. Alright? So, but Sam was not
wrong.
was alright. Sam was not really convinced. See, so to compensate, we have come to the solution that you will be tested for the cannabis for another years, twice a month, randomly.
Okay.
And so, just hear this really carefully. If you was tested positive for cannabis in another years, you will be dismissed without any protection. Okay? So you were given another chance. Not given another chance, you were given another opportunity to prove that you are really the role model in the company try to do it well. Is that alright?
Yeah.
The first thing I would like to say is I would like to sorry about you about quickly because assume that you using drug, but in some way in chemistry we don't know about this because the result is just really positive, and you can hear him. Its possibility is wrong, and it's so possible to be right. So that means you have to take another. You have to take a test so many times, more than it could be more than you accept by that.
Yeah. That's brilliant.
And it could be from right now. And I would like to ask you some, ask all you a favor that we have to happy about this and forget about things happened today. And maybe I will change the laboratories, but the micro concentration on the drug, the huge damage the using drug in the workplace, especially in the bus transportation,
Yeah.
because my sister, my family could be on the bus with the driver using the drug, and I'm very not happy about that. So please don't think that I discriminate you or I try to against you, because all I did is thinking about the passenger, about the family, your family as well,
Yeah.
and both of you. So can we end off the conversation like nothing happened, and you will take the test in this year more than another employee, but in the next year the same. Everyone have the same the drug test, and I don't want to waste a lot of time. If I get into the case of the drug in the workplace as well, so maybe I will have another appointment with you to about how can I treat with the employee who using drug, because I advise her about the treatment and the 10,000 cost, and she's not happy about that. You right? And you didn't happy.
No. She was not tested positive for the drug. So why don't you tell me all about this? More?
I think about the future.
Alright.
If another one take so what is the best recommendation you will give me,
Yeah.
and what is the solution I will give them?
I'm also concerned about your company future as well. By the employees.
You know that because our company is to be honest, that we are in the crisis right now,
Oh, okay.
and it's pay all the employee a lot, especially the wages from I hire the employee from the union, and you have to think. Please do not think about the perspective of the employee.
Yeah.
Think about the business.
It's in the crisis, so you need her, the role model. Alright? So don't worry, Casey. You will be protected. Alright? So I would like to thank everybody for their time. And alright, let's get back to work.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you.
Thank you, Casey. And
I will
thank
read
Chan.
you later thinking about the solution.
Alright, sure.
Thank you.
Give me a
Thank
copy.
you.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Forget about that. Forget about that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright,
See
thank
you
you, Sam.
Yeah.
See you, Casey.
See ya.
See ya.